As an artist, I enjoy when my clients look at my work. And when they look at my work, I ask myself, how can I make them happier? The first thing I did in '95 when I was enameling was I was doing framed pieces and I was putting them on the wall, and I had some success with that. The next thing was where to go with it if I wasn't hanging it on the wall. I wanted to do something that would deal with characterization, and part of the aspect of the characterization that I do is that I want them to be their own entity without being fixed to the ground. Paintings do very well on the wall. People are very successful at selling paintings. My work is like a painting, but I express it out in a three-dimensional fashion. I have acquired another kiln. It's 4 square feet, nice kiln. And I'm producing a new body of work, and I've got some of my pieces with me today. Being in the exclusive in this direction in this country, pretty much with what I'm doing, I'm challenging myself, so I'm always moving forward to make it more and more complicated. It seems now, after about 5 years of doing it, I'm focusing more on the play of color, the hots and colds of color, the blues and the reds and greens and yellows, and the structural aspect of the copper, working it out and getting as much out of the metal first before I actually even throw glass on it. I was talking about the size of the kiln now and how the kilns are getting larger. I'm using front-loading kilns right now. The 4 square foot kiln is a front loader. It's 45 amps at 240 volts. And I'm going straight into a hot kiln that's sitting at around 1550 degrees. So when I open that bad boy up, it's cranking. I'm using transparents a lot, as you can see, with the beige, what would be called a wax yellow or an ivory beige transparent directly on copper to get the color that I'm getting out of here. And then the pure silver foils with some reds sifted over that. But it's so much more expressive when you get larger with it. My next kiln's 9 square feet. It's almost done. I've got the kiln ready to wire up. I have a vision of getting to the point of which I can do full-scale human characters, life-size animals. I want to go large because it's not been done. So I want to get as big as I can get with it. But to be able to express my work and be able to do what I do with my characterizations and enameling is everything to me in art. I love it. It's exciting. When you're pulling it out of the kiln, there's some cool stuff going on. There's things that happen inside the kiln. You can predict some of it, but I layer and I add things and I do some different stuff and I add different types of glass over different types of glass and do some things that I know are going to create some sort of an interaction in the kiln. So when I pull it out, I may not know exactly, even though I have done these things and taken notes on them, there's always something new happening. So if I have an idea and I come up with it and I'm building something from it, it isn't exactly where it's going to end up. It could be totally way off in left field from where I started at. And again, that's very cool too, because I don't have a problem with that. I don't get upset about that. I let that roll because I think it works for me. Now that I'm in the process of enameling and understand the process of enameling, but I want to take this to the next level, understanding the use of color has been a whole new game. Hots and colds, again, as I mentioned earlier, and visual aspects of how the eye sees color and how to play with it so I can play with your eye when you're viewing my work with the use of color. So that has been an interesting challenge because I have to figure that out in the process of enameling. I figured it out, but it was an evolutionary path. It wasn't intentional, but there I am. And so it's, that's a true blessing. I don't think people realize when I say that how significant that is. I don't know how to analyze that as to where this all gels for me. I just know that for me, first of all, in order for it to work for anyone else, for me, it's about the impulse. It's jumping in and hitting it with all fours on the fly when the gate opens. It's impulsive, that's the word for it. That's where it's fun. That's the art for me.